Hi everyone, hello. Thanks guys for tuning to my channel. Is your lady Josephine Butu Alexander. Guys, I'm back again. I'm back. For those who have been subscribing to my channel, thank you very much guys. Thank you. For those who didn't subscribe again, please, I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to watch my video. I really appreciate your time, everything that you've been using to keep on coming to my video. So guys, today I just feel like talking about some small issues about our brothers, our boyfriends, our fathers, our other gender. There are people who have been suffering in the hand of their own lovers, boyfriends. Let me just say boyfriend, because there is no way your husband tells you to have a child while that's something which have to be done and is compulsory. So in today's topic, I'm just going to talk about not to put your life in things that you didn't prepare just to keep a man. You don't need to please anybody. You don't need to please anybody to be in a relationship. We have these people who are forever telling their girlfriends, for example, at the early stage in the relationship, a person is already questioning you about a child. A person is already telling you that, no, I want to have a child with you. My brother, are you serious? It's really true that having a child with someone, it really directs you to become a husband to that person. What really makes you think that having a child with someone, it will make that person your husband or your wife? I'm not talking about people who just happen to have kids or people who accept to have kids, like both of them. I'm talking about these people who have been giving pressures to our sisters to have kids, then after the pregnancy, just to pregnant at the early stage whereby you still don't know each other. And I've been even seeing people like at the point of dating for so long, the moment they pregnant each other, then they go their separate ways. So they have these things of how men are using women by telling them or lie to them or blackmailing them of promising them marriage, but first they forever requesting kids. Do you really know that some of the things are not easy to change them? For example, there are people who go like, let me say you don't have a child, then you met someone and that someone is already having kids, so he would be like, no, let's try to have a child while we are pregnant, then we get married. Why not just getting married without a pregnancy? Why? Sometimes our sisters, they need to be away. My sisters, for someone who loves you, doesn't need to doesn't need to pregnate you for him to be sure that you love him. A child will never become a passport to marriage. A child will never become a certificate to marriage. A child will never prove true love. We have these people who are forgetting that pregnating people just like that, it's creating bad problems, or it's creating problems for kids. Imagine you have this person who just pregnated this year. After pregnating, you were promising her to marry her, then after a pregnant, then you dump her. Come another person. Imagine the problem that you plot in the life of that person. Who will marry someone with many kids? Yes, I'm not saying that people they will not be married after having kids, but what I'm saying is that sometimes we need to be awake. Sometimes we need to be serious. You cannot tell someone to get pregnant so that you be with that person forever, or so that you marry that person. If you think it's so early to marry her, why make it so fast to pregnate her? There's some proof which people want to, okay, or maybe like some assurance which people want, which are not easy to get. If you love a person, just love the person. Then you take a risk of marrying a person. Then impregnating a person, the end of the day, when you realize that this is not the right person, then you're already having a child with. In the end of the day, you never had a good communication. That child is just going to suffer, because a child who was born between these two people who always have misunderstanding, that child will never enjoy his parents or her parents. I know sometimes as ladies, we don't need to risk our life by taking some of this risk of believing whatever will be told. Like, there's nothing like, let's have a child first. Most of the people who have been promised child first, they never stayed in those relationships. I know there are those who were like happily trying having a child, both of them, but these things of just every relationship where you are just going, they will just forever asking for a child. My sister, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. You must know what you want. You cannot just be dragged to do something which you know that is against your will, something that you are not happy with, just because you want to be married. So now you just give yourself to have a child. Imagine having kids, having a lot of kids with different father. I know how it's feeling, for you to see your kids just there suffering without the presence of their father. I know how it's feel, but what I'm saying is that when it's happened, let's learn from our mistake. You can't just have the first child, the father left, second child, the father left, third child, the father left, and you are just keep on doing or repeating. I'm not saying that kids are becoming like kids are a mistake, but what I'm saying is that sometimes we have to think. We have to think of what we are putting our kids, where we are put in a situation where our kids are going to find themselves. I didn't know that there are people there who want to be in a certain situation, or wishing themselves to have some things, but you can't compromise your life with things. You can't. Just because you want all these things, a person will tell you, no, I love you, but it's still early for us to get married, so why can't we have a child first, a kid first? Like, serious? Is that a test for a relationship? Guys, I really know that sometimes as ladies, we need to learn from our mistake. It's really good in life. Sometimes you will not know a lot. You will never know a lot without going through a lot. But it's good once you test how sour some things are, then you will not repeat the same mistake. I'm not really saying that people who have kids with that, they are wrong. No, but what I'm saying is that sometimes we have to think. We don't need just to use ourselves, like not to be patient. Then you end up dragging yourself in a situation where you know that one day you end up regretting. A life where you end up alone. And at the end of the day, a person will be like, no, for the time of even helping your child, when you will be like demanding something, it will be like, no, me, I found you already with all those things, so why me? Yes, the person can say that because he realized that you were so weak. And when it's come to these women's, these are our sisters, these are our friends who can come even with some question. Like she'll come like, no, there's this guy that I met and he's asking me all this. The moment you tell like, no, my sister, this is not the right person. There's no way a person will just come in your life and is requesting for a child already. Once you say something, you're already enemies. So sometimes we need to be wise. Let's think clearly. Let's use our common sense. You can't just be used 20 times. At the end of the day, you end up talking to yourself. No. If a person doesn't want you, let him go. Wait, the person who wants you for who you are, the person who wants you without a child will be there. These are the pressure. The moment you will be with that person trying to have a child, with all that, the person will be like always putting a pressure, like, there will be always misunderstanding. A person might just be with you with that little, not these pressure things of wanting things, get this so that I'll get, no way. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning to my channel. I think this was just my idea. Things like our sisters have to know, things that we have to think of. I'm not plotting my mind, or I'm not even saying this people must do this, but what I'm saying is like sometimes we need to be awake. Sometimes we need to look at things so serious. Thank you very much, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.